Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Corporate to Cup. This is Rochelle Gordon with Bliss Tea and Treats. Today is February 29th, and I'm recording this session because even though it's early, I'm still feeling excited about some decisions that I made yesterday. So my goal was to make a final decision on my landscaping. And one of the lessons that I learned that I really think is important to share is that I've had 4 different landscaping companies come and give me estimates, and we've spent at the minimum an hour together, walking the yard, talking about the vision, me explaining what it needs to look like, me showing them renderings of the space. So it wasn't pie in the sky. It was, here I put pen to paper. I've had a rendering company, draw out what my vision is. And they've come in, and some have been very engaging and interested, and others have, talked about the potential. Some have talked about the potential risk in doing some of the stuff that I've requested. But either way, I've had 4 companies come out. Only one has been consistently following up, working with me, taking additional meetings, putting information together. And I don't know why others have not even followed up with a question. Like, they just left and never came back. And I think it's because they didn't think I could afford to implement my vision. A lot of times men will come out, and they're business owners. They come out and they see a single woman, and they don't know that you really can follow through or execute, or maybe it's just a lack of respect. I'm not sure what it is. But for them to come out and spend the amount of time that they spent and then not even follow up, I think it simply has to be that they don't think that I could afford to do it. I mean, it's a big project, and they would throw out a number to see my reaction, and I would give them nothing. I would give them no reaction. It's like, okay, well, go put pen to paper and let me know what your bid is. And like I said, out of the 4, only one followed up and scheduled additional meetings with me and provided material, information, and so forth. And potentially, it was me also not reaching out to them. I kind of waited to hear back from them, but I also wanted God to guide me to the right partner. So I wanted to be a little bit more hands-off in my approaching them to see who really wanted this project. And I decided to go with System Pavers. And the funny thing about that is, years ago, when I first bought the house, they came out, did an estimate, and I did not choose them for my patio area because I thought they were too expensive. So this time around, I almost did not even talk to them. And I decided to go ahead and do that because when I posted on our neighborhood Facebook, there was someone that said that they ended up going with them and they did a good job. So I decided to meet with them just to see what they would come back with. And it turns out that a lot of times it's not just about the price that someone is coming back with. Sometimes you just have to pay the price to have the right partner. And with this project, that's really where my focus is. My focus is really not so much on the price. Obviously, I want to have a competitive bid. In this scenario, believe it or not, I don't have a competitive bid. I just went with the one bid because the others did not come back. But I feel comfortable doing that because this was the right partner for me to do this project with. I trusted Gunther, who was working with me. He kept coming out. He was never condescending. He was out here measuring. He was having conversations with the plumber. He was always very respectful. And I decided that I wanted to go ahead and give him this project. And it was solely based on his ability to follow up, his ability to be respectful, his ability to kind of keep coming back and keep kind of working with me. And at no point did he ever question the vision that I had for the space. He just was always trying to work with it, always trying to figure out how to bring that vision to life. And he's just as excited about seeing the bubble house as I am. So I think that, getting someone that sees the vision, and granted, he's a sales guy, he's going to pass it on to the project manager who will come on. Hopefully they have the same level of enthusiasm. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's really just about picking the right partner. And I think that's where I am with this project. It's not so much about negotiating and nickel and diming, getting people down to the right price. It's hey, we have something to do. We have a set amount of time to get it done. And this is where we are, right? We have to have the right people on board to execute this plan. And I'm having the same experience with a team in China. I have Evelyn, who has gone out. She's vetted the bubble company. She's given me a ton of information about them. She spent 4 hours on a train going out there to see them. No question, when she's completed her task, she's getting paid. So, that was a done deal. And because of that, she is going to be a partner with me going forward. If there's anything major that I need to purchase, I'm reaching out to her first as my agent. Same thing with the bubble company. They have been communicating with me for a few months now because I've had a lot of questions. And we have explored different sizes. We have explored different specs. So many questions, so much time. And in the grand scheme of things, yes, I placed the order yesterday as well. So I placed the order for the landscaping, placed the order for the bubble house. And both of those timelines were kind of dependent on each other. I had to make sure that I had landscaping scheduled before I had a bubble house on the way. So the timeline for getting the bubble house here is about 45 days. The landscaping, I'm anticipating it's going to be about 30 days. So give or take, a couple weeks, we should have both of those items in place. And those are kind of the core things that have to be in place in order to move things forward. And there's some other projects that have to happen, but those are kind of the key milestones that have to get hit. And I'm really excited that I was able to start the clock on those because my deadline was March 1st in my mind, and it's February 29th. So I'm feeling pretty good about starting the project and moving things forward. So just wanted to let you guys know there's some amazing lessons that I'm learning here. And as I learn these lessons, I'm just going to share them with you because there are some things that you may be able to take out of it as well. So thanks for tuning in and have a fabulous day.